Good afternoon. Thank you for joining us. This is a live session for press release from press conference from here at ICNA Council for Social Justice. I have with me Muslim leadership. We're going to make a statement on the Muslim ban decision that was made by the Supreme Court yesterday, which is a very sad day in our country's history. And this is not the first time, as we know, that this has happened in our history. There were numerous decisions in the past where the Supreme Court said it was legal, but decades later regretted the decision. And we confidently feel that this is also one of those decisions. Today, I have a few Muslim leaders here with me. Inshallah, they will all make a statement. We're going to start with the Secretary General of U.S. Council for Muslim Organizations, Brother Oussama Jamal. And then we'll talk to Dr. Zahid Bukhari, Imam Khalid Griggs from ICNA, Vice President, and then our own Executive Director, ICNA Council for Social Justice. So Oussama Jamal.
Thank you. Again, Oussama Jamal, the Secretary General of the U.S. Council of Muslim Organizations. Today, we are here to recognize two resolutions concerning American Muslims. One introduced to the U.S. House of Representatives by Congresswoman Judy Cho, and another resolution that was introduced to the U.S. Senate. These two resolutions are so important because they do come at the time of severe backlash on the American Muslim community. On May 3rd, 2018 of this year, Congresswoman Judy Cho has introduced a House Resolution 689 that will recognize American Muslims' history and contribution to our nation. It is so significant because it came again at a time when Muslim Americans have been under extreme pressure from the right wing, from the far right, and unfortunately from their own president. And therefore, this resolution became so important that will recognize American Muslims, will highlight their contributions. There are about 43 American Muslims over the history of our nation who have made significant contribution, and I'm sure there are many more. Also been done a lot of work for America, and will be more to come as well. And during the U.S. Council of Muslim Organizations Advocacy Day, which was on May 7th and 8th, the resolution has picked quite a bit of endorsement. And ever since, the resolution has picked up, as of today, 25 co-sponsors. And we are encouraging our community to talk and to reach out to their representatives, their congressional representatives, and ask them to co-sponsor these resolutions, because this is so important that American people need to know their neighbors, what American Muslims have contributed to our country. And in June 20th, this month, a similar bill has been introduced to the Senate House, to the Senate, and basically, again, recognizing the freedom of Muslims of the United States to exercise their religion and participate in civil systems of our country. So these are two significant ones, and I think this is to be applauded, to be recognized by the American Muslim community, to reach out to their representatives, those who have voted, those who have co-sponsored these bills, and also those who have not yet, to ask them to co-sponsors and support these bills. So this is an appeal to our community to be forthcoming, especially at the time, the unfortunate decision of the Supreme Court that they have upheld the Muslim ban. This is contrary to our values. This is contrary to what this country was founded on. We, out of a sudden, completely ignored that we are a nation of immigrants, immigrants who came under pressure, under prejudice, under extreme situations in their countries, and to discriminate against a religion. This is very unfortunate. And we believe this would be regretted down the road, and America will come back to its senses, especially the Supreme Court. We do thank American people who stood very strong in support of the American Muslim community, in support of the migrant communities. It is only a few days ago when we had the most disgraceful scene of separation, children from their parents, I think this is absolutely against the core values of our country, the core values of our society, and much to applaud the American people for standing up for this unjust, unfair, inhumane treatment of migrants. And we believe the American people will stand with the American Muslim community in opposing and in asking the Supreme Court to reconsider this decision and to show its regret that they have been against the very important values of our country. So with that, I would, again, ask our community to pick up the phone, reach out to their representative, and ask them to co-sponsor the bill 689, the House resolution of Congresswoman Judy Cho. 869, I'm sorry, 869. And we have recognized Congresswoman Judy Cho during the U.S. Council of Muslim Organizations in abbreviation USCMO at its Ramadan Iftar, May 23rd of last month. And we have recognized her for her courage, her leadership in introducing the House resolution. So with that, I would like my colleagues to speak after me.
Good afternoon. It's very important that we recognize this House Resolution 869 as well as Senate Resolution 555 for the impact that it would have not just for the Muslim community, but the education of the non-Muslim community here in America. It also points out both of these resolutions, especially House Resolution 869, points out the lengthy history of involvement in civic and social life in the United States. Persons are recognized as those 43 people, Muslims who fought in the Civil War. There were Muslims who fought during the Revolutionary War, Muslim doctors, Muslim engineers, sports and entertainment. In every facet of American life, we found that there have been Muslims who have contributed to the development of this nation. And so it's very important that the non-Muslim community recognize the indigenization of the Muslim community. Even though America is a nation of immigrants, sometimes the Muslim community is stereotyped and frozen in time as being a community of immigrants in the United States. But this is not the case. The large influx of immigrants into the United States has allowed for at least 3 generations of Muslims to be born here. Muslims who know no other country outside of the stories that their family members can tell them about somewhere other than the United States. So I'm very pleased as a Muslim who was born here in this country to see that those Muslims who are native to this land are being recognized by the United States House of Representatives, as well as the U.S. Senate. But we need this movement to be able to start a grassroots movement so that our friends and Muslims and others across this nation will be able to stand up, to go to their congresspersons and senators, to write, to call, to email, to emphasize how important it is that this legislation become actually, the resolutions are actualized. It is also very important that this not be looked as a single party issue. The House resolution at this particular point, to my knowledge, has only been co-sponsored by members of the Democratic Party. This is not a partisan issue. It's an issue about America, and it's an issue about recognizing a significant cohort in the development of American society, and that is the Muslim community. So as the negative rhetoric actually brings to fruition some of the worst aspects of American society, we find that these kinds of resolutions encourage the American people to recognize that we are one, that we are a nation that is very diverse, a very diverse religious population, political population, social, racial, ethnic mosaic that has come together in this country. And so now it's time for us to encourage the recognition of this diversity. As my brother Oussama has said, that some of the most disgraceful acts of divisiveness have been carried on in the last few days, in the last few months in this country. So now it is time for us as Americans to join hands, to come together, and to recognize the importance of all groups of individuals in this country. In this particular juncture, we are recognizing and attempting to establish recognition of the Muslim identity, recognizing the roots of Muslims in this country. And I now turn it over to Dr. Zahid.
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Thank you very much, Brother Oussama Jamal and Imam Khalid Griggs. My name is Zahid Bukhari. I'm the Executive Director of ICNA Council for Social Justice. So, everybody knows Supreme Court yesterday ruled that Trump Muslim ban is well within the law and therefore constitutional. We thought that from the ICNA Council for Social Justice, we will have a three-pronged strategy to counter the whole environment and these type of ban and these type of action against the Muslim community, against immigrants, against refugees. One is the legal strategy. We have been involved in presenting our amicus brief in different cases against Muslim bans with the help of ACLU and other organizations. That we will continue. Number two, I understand that on Saturday, June 30th, there will be a national mobilization, a stand with Muslims and some other hashtag names. There are demonstrations all over the country. So we have been asking our ICNA and ICNA CSJ brothers and sisters and general Muslim community that they should participate in all those mobilization and rallies and different demonstrations in different cities. But the third one we thought that this is a best way. This is there is a strong need for education in our community on American Muslim roots. We have been present in this country before and after its revolution. Therefore, ICNA CSJ is launching a new campaign entitled Recognizing American Muslim Roots. Recognizing American Muslim Roots is a campaign to raise awareness about House Resolution 869, introduced by Representative Jody Chu, as it was described before. She's a Democrat from California, 27th District, that recognizes American Muslims' history and contribution to our nation. This is a historic step as it is one of its first kind in the House of Congress. The resolution proudly describes how Muslims are knotted to the American fabric before and since the founding of the nation. ICNA Council for Social Justice is initiating the campaign. The campaign looks forward to raise endorsement for the resolution from other members of the House. It also aims to connect American Muslims to their contribution and roots in the country. As the media, some of the media, and they are pushing the Muslim minorities to the edge. We believe this is one of the first steps to counter it. Muslim contributions are just as valuable as those to others to this nation. We are launching this campaign at the height of Islamophobia, xenophobia, and structural racism. Richness of American diversity is now the most abused tool at the hands of the fringe opinion. A nation's unique strength is its people, yet we are experiencing alienation as the top agenda. Hatred towards the assumed other is normalized. This trend is a result of unthinkable ignorance and the striking failure to understand Americans' proud principle. We want to thank Congresswoman Jody Chu for taking this brave step. Muslims were in the Revolutionary War as soldiers, as slaves at the time of our dark history, as soldiers to protect our nation, as scientists, architects, doctors, academics, entrepreneurs, entertainers, champion athletes, champion civil rights activities. Muslims have contributed richly to the American fabric. However, their recognition has been absent and the Muslims have been targeted to smear campaigns for political convenience. We have prepared images of 43 Muslims mentioned in the resolution and a brief bio of their roots and contribution, and also about articles and video about them to this nation. We encourage you to download and share the images across social media. We urge all Americans to call your representative to co-sponsor the resolution, and those who already co-sponsor, send a thank you note. So on our website, www.icnacsj.org/RMR, you will find all those different ways to connect your congressman. You will find the texting, how to text them, how to write emails, and all different ways to connect your congressman or congresswoman. And all information about these personalities, not only 43, but more than that, those who their names are not in part of the resolution, but they have contributed. So we are including that, inshallah, daily we will be releasing. Yesterday we released Ms. Malcolm X image with all those information. And today we will be releasing more. And I really would like to thank our interns team. They are here, Brother Abdurrahman, Rafi, Farhana, Sabrine, Neha, and Raisa is not here. They worked wonderfully on the whole, presented the idea and then made all those images, flyer, website, all this material, researched them. So inshallah, we will be continuing them. We'll be releasing 1 or 2 images daily, and we'll be making more on social media. Then we are asking our CSJ team and leads and also Muslim community with the help of USCMO that they should work in their own communities, raising awareness and also asking people to talk to their congressmen to endorse it. And another third target is, inshallah, it will come that present the same type of resolution, similar resolution in different state houses, county, and the city councils. That will, inshallah, we will work in future. Thank you very much. Any question?
My name is Abdulrahman. I'm an independent blogger. Could you please reflect how you are engaging other faith communities to this campaign process? Thank you.
Do you want to say something?
Repeat the question.
Yes, the question is, how are we engaging other faith communities in this campaign? We're in the very early stages of this campaign, just announcing to the general community the existence of the campaign. But we intend to use our interfaith partners that CSJ over the last few years has established a very impressive number of interfaith partners. We want to work also through USCMO and take advantage of the various partners of USCMO and their interfaith partners as well. So we want to have a very systematic, not only releasing and announcements of the campaign, but a very well thought out way to engage not just interfaith partners, but other in the Muslim community, civil rights organizations, just a wide array of various sectors of this country.
I have one.
I think one way to make sure that we educate our community, first of all, for the contribution of our Muslim Americans in this country, and also our friends and neighbors, and like the interfaith group, the civil society organization, is that we hold Ramadan iftars, for instance. We hold our annual fundraising dinners. We hold different conventions and conferences. We want to ask our organizations in our community, in each of your event, include in the program presentation of one of those contributors. If you are in Ramadan iftar and bring in interfaith, bring in your neighbors, make sure that one of the items in your program is that you are presenting one of those contributors and say, American Muslims have contributed to this country, and you pick one. And our conventions, our conferences, we should always highlight one or two. Over the years, there would be continuous recognition, and there will be a continuous education about Muslims who have contributed to this country. I think we are going to push very forcefully the link to ICNA Social Justice page, because it has a comprehensive, a wonderful way of presenting those contributors so that people can visit, can pick what they need, they can share it. Again, we use our newsletters. There will always be a banner that says, recognizing the Muslim roots in this country. And so I'm sure we will not run out of ideas how we are going to enforce the contribution of American Muslims. That is going to be our day in and day out activities, because we are day in and day out being attacked by Islamophobes. And this is the only way that we can respond. This is what you say about us, but this is what the history of this country tells about us.
Thank you. Just two very short points I also like to make, not only this, the other issue. Because as I mentioned that we like to have very strong presence on social media. So we are also requesting and appealing that any person, any American, if he or she can make a 2-minute video about if he has any person, a Muslim has some impact on his or her life, so just make a 2 minutes, less than 2 minutes video, or maybe just send us a photo and some caption of that person, and with hashtag recognize Muslim roots. So that hashtag we are promoting, hashtag recognize Muslim roots. So with this, on that hashtag, inshallah, all those activities, all those reaction, all those impression and endorsement of this campaign will be put over, save over there and promoted over there. And also with this website, you will have all those information about all these personalities and 43 plus, maybe more personalities. We will be including the Red Roots of Islam in America also. Imam Khalid Griggs brought that magazine. Inshallah, we'll also putting that. Even before Revolutionary War, there is a Red Roots of Islam in America among Native Americans.
In Message magazine.
In Message, the Message magazine. And number second, also, I think the CARE brothers, they told us that they were able to, CARE organization, they were able to get that resolution, Senate Resolution 555, passed in the Senate on June 20th. So we also like to congratulate them and their effort and their struggle for that purpose. But no, I think with this resolution, House Resolution 869, we are, inshallah, providing that opportunity to create more awareness in the community, in the society, and follow up with the Congress, and then ultimately going to state and city and in the county councils. Thank you very much.